Starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
So it's 10 o'clock here in sunny Spain. Obviously not now because it's gone dark, but temperatures have dropped a little. For all those that have been living here for the past month, it's been really hot and sticky. But I must say, after the rain we just had a couple of days ago, it's a little bit cooler. But I will still say it's still hot in here. And I've had a chat with my wife, Jan, and I sort of said, I'm going to need an aircon in here. So hopefully in the next month or so, I'll have an aircon machine in there. But anyway, yep, temperatures today were 31 in the shade. So another nice, lovely hot day, and a nice bit of a wind this afternoon as well, which was good. Sunday, and also it's free sticker Sunday picking winner time at 10:30, hopefully. I've got a load of questions. Top people. Obviously, the more the better, but I think I've got enough here for tonight. Anyway, let's have a quick look on the old comments because I haven't looked at it yet. I've got 14 comments already, got 16 in the house. So, died to see. Anyway, let's get through it. So I've got Ian there. So, England women's football team tonight, champions, well done, girls. Have they won then? I'm not a very sporty person myself. So Thomas is there as well. Top man. Susan, yes, well done to the English team. Well, I didn't even know that. Didn't you know it was girlies? I thought it was another one of those football matches. But it was. So well done. Well done, England. Showing the men how it's done. Not saying nothing on that one. Des, well done. Simon, Susan, Yogi's in the house at long last. Wasn't on this morning, but then he's in the gymnasium. And I've got your questions sorted, Yogis, just in time. Well done, Martin. Brit Mod Scott's in as well. Top man. Did you get my questions? Yes, I did, but you left it a bit late tonight, Yogi. But I managed to fit it all in. See, I'm top man. Oh, I can see already he's been a top man as well. Glenn's in the house, well done. And Mandy's awake. Should be. It's only just 9 o'clock in the UK. And Yogi's bought me a cup of coffee and a sticky donut. He's a top man. Deb's in the house, well done. Yogi, good evening, everybody. Yogi said hello as well. I think we've got to it. Colin, Yabis is in as well. Good footy win, whatever that is. Yes, I know. Well done, England. See, even though I don't live there anymore, I still support you. Yes, England's women's football team won the Euros. Well done. And Colin is even being more generous. Have a brew and a Kit Kat. Hey, top man, I could buy quite a few Kit Kats for that, Colin. It's very nice here. Tommy's in the house. Fly Boy's in as well. So we've got 24 in the house. So hopefully you're going to get 24 likes. Don't forget, guys, it's all free. It didn't cost you nothing just to give me a like. So anyway, I might as well get on with the questions then, because no more questions there. I can see in the comment column. So yeah, before I get on to the questions, I thought I'd just mention it because I had quite a few people over the months saying, Sean, are you still doing the t-shirts? And yes. So last week I started the t-shirts. So now if you didn't win a free sticker or a free magnet, you can always buy a Expat and Mazaron subscriber t-shirt. There's a link below in the description if you want to check it out. Now, I did look the other day. 2 people have bought one. Guys, let me know when you get them. Be even better if you could take a photograph because I haven't got any photographs of the new ones. It's slightly different, but it'd be great if you could send me a photograph. But I only saw 2 the other day, maybe some more, I don't know. So I just want to mention that before we get into the questions. Kev's in the house now, well done. And Yogi is going to be my model then, because he said he's got a t-shirt. I've got my t-shirt, he says. So Yogi, I want a photograph. Got to model it, mate. You're a top man. Right, anyway. So let's get on with the questions. Right, this one's from Glenn. I don't know which Glenn, because there's quite a few Glens on here sometimes. What made you move to Spain, and why did you make that decision, mate? So, here we go. Bit of a story to it. So, what made me move to Spain? I mean, it's not like the sort of thing you just sort of wake up one day, oh yeah, I'm going to move to Spain. With me, it was sort of a long process. Anyway, my parents had gone on holiday back in the sort of late 70s, like they always used to do, go around touring. Anyway, they went down to Spain one day, someone knows about, and for some reason, they fell in love with a villa, which was being built at the time. My mum stayed there in Spain to sort out all the paperwork, as they have to. And then my dad come back here, told me and our brothers that that's it. He said, we're selling up and we're living in Spain and we ain't coming back. And if you want to visit us, you're most welcome. So that was the starting process, really. So I used to go over there with my kids in the car. We'd drive down. Sometimes we'd fly down. And I just loved the whole process of it. I mean, they lived down near Malaga Way. They didn't live in the city. They lived on the outskirts. And where they were at the time, it was still, I wouldn't say backward, but it wasn't a lot of roads about, and where they lived, it was in the country, and it was good going out in the evenings, going out with Dad, walking his dog, and having a walk up in the countryside. And I could see by just looking at him, he was just enjoying the lifestyle. And obviously the weather was the other thing. And it sort of hit me then. Yeah, this is the place that I want to move to. And obviously over the years, we still kept going back to Spain. And obviously, I think we're talking about 2007, I suppose. This was when prices in Spain, house prices, I should say, were just going through the roof. And we were looking when we thought, there's no way we can buy a house. We could buy a ruin. I went into doing that, ruins. So we were looking at, I keep calling them camper vans, but they're not, mobile homes. We're looking at mobile homes. I mean, you could buy a mobile home, like a 2-bed or 3-bed on a caravan site, mobile park. I said, don't call it that because that might upset some people. A mobile park site. Even then, the rents I thought were a bit high, but I thought, well, you could buy a brand new 56,000. But well, not thankfully, but the guy that was doing it, an English guy who was like the middleman, was a bit of a con artist. And thankfully, we didn't put any money down. And then we sort of wearied off it. And then we're talking probably 2000, 2015. We got made, both me and the wife got made redundant, and that really was the pushing point, because we always said that once we were retired, we would move to Spain. But because we got made redundant, and we weren't that old, it was in our 50s, but nobody want us. When you get to 50, that's what you call you're past it, and I can get a job. So that was the pushing point. So you probably know the rest of the story. We hired out a camper van for a month, and we went down all the East Coast, and we're here. Best thing I ever done after getting married, of course, for a second time. I did love it. So that's why That's why, because I got made redundant. Really, that was the pushing mark. I think if we hadn't got made redundant, we would have probably carried on until we got retired, and then maybe we would have been in the non-lucrative visa problem. Anyway, nice question, that Glenn. So let's see how we doing. Have I missed anything? Kev's in, Yogi. I've got my t-shirt. Katie's in the house. Well done. We've got a t-shirt. We will send you. Well done, Katie. Well done. Oh, that's good. Now I can click on that now, and I get. Oh, didn't know that happens. Okay, that's it shows it on the screen there. Don't know. Can you see that, guys, on the screen? I don't know. Something I ain't noticed that before. Right, let's see if that one comes up. Oh, it's a bit. It's not. It's. Hang on. Yeah. Right. Good video on the Retard to Spain channel this afternoon. Well done. Yes. If you didn't know, guys, I've got 3 channels. The Sean the Drone, if you're into drones. I've got Retiring to Spain for us old people, and obviously Expat and Mazalon, which is the main channel. Steve's in the house. Well done. Right, here's another one here from Kev. Trouble with mobile home parks is that sometimes when your home gets to a certain age, yeah, that's very true. And not to, I mean, when we were looking in Spain, they seemed to tell us, no, you don't have to, you can stay there as long as you like. But I have heard I'll just get that out of the way because you can't see me now. I have heard just up the road from St. Toltana, there was a young couple there. They were obviously having some issues with the owner, and he kicked them off the site. He locked up their home and kicked them off. So yeah, I think that's one of the things you have to look about. And I would really check that if you're thinking about buying a mobile home, because a lot of these are open parks as well, which I didn't really like. Some of them are like holiday parks when obviously you've got people living there 24/7, and I wouldn't have fancied people just walking in and out easy peasy. Right, so Yogi has said, I've sent you a photo. Well done. I'll look at that in the mo. I can't put it on here, Yo, because this software's like that. And it's 75% less expensive to live in Spain, says Thomas. Is it that cheap? I know it is, obviously it is cheaper. Martin, he's a top man. Martin's just given me another cup of coffee with a donut. Top man, Martin. Thank you very much. Right, so I caught up with all the comments now. 32 in the house, so we must have 32 likes and thumbs up, as they say. So anyway, right, next question is from Steve. Is it law that you cannot change a punctured tyre on any road or public area, even if you're capable of doing it yourself? Is it you must call out the gura? Yeah, good one that, Steve. I'll be honest, we've done it. I mean, we'd gone. That's it. We was coming back from France. We got into Spain. We parked overnight. Got in the car in the morning. We was about to set off, and we was going down. I wouldn't say the main road, but we was going down a road in the high street sort of thing. Got a flat tire, and it must have been about, I don't know, 8 o'clock in the morning. It's a flat tire. So we got out the triangles and all the other stuff that you're supposed to do, and obviously, we're trying to get the tire off. The wife was getting it off. I think I still had a bad leg then. Yeah, and we changed the tire, and admittedly, there were some people beeping their horns. It's like we were blocking the road, really. But officially, yes, if you break down, you're supposed to call out the guru. They'll come along. They'll do it because it's part of your car insurance anyway. It's built into it, whereas obviously in the UK, it's an extra in it if you want a recovery service. But here, it's automatically built into the car insurance. As far as I know, and maybe because this is the other thing about Spain. As far as I know, this part of the world, Murcia region, you have to call them out. What I will say, if you break down down some dirt track, and I'm renowned for going down dirt tracks in the middle of nowhere. They won't come out to them, guys. So just be aware of that. I mean, I'm not too sure if you got like a dirt track to your house, maybe they'll come to that. But as far as I know, if it's on a dirt track, they won't come out. Your only option then is, I'm talking about, probably haven't got a flat tire, probably your car's got stuck in the mud or something. You just have to try and find a local farmer, obviously offer him some money, and he'll pull you out. Yeah, so bit of a pain, but yeah, you're not allowed to. I don't know what the fine is, Steve. But yeah, I have actually. Well, Jan's actually changed the tire, and if not, it'd be some other people. Because I can remember I went out one night yet again, out exploring in the middle of nowhere, and it was starting to get late. Had a flat tire. I was using my wife's car. Couldn't find the jack. Couldn't find anything, to be honest. So I made a call to my good mate Richard, who took about half an hour because he went down the wrong. I sent him down the wrong track. He come out. He had all the gear. He had a proper jack because So he come to my rescue. But yeah, if I'd called him that, and the other problem I had no signal. I had to walk down the road with Bonnie for quite a way to get a signal to give Richard a call. He come out. He was a top man, Richard. I've always said that to him. So yeah. So thank you much for that one, Steve. What time is it? Because sometimes the time goes here quick. Right, can I get out? Even though aware anyone upgrading their house insulation for weather changing windows? Are you aware of anyone upgrading their house? No. But I just caught that then about insulation. Obviously, double glazing is a good thing. Now, I did see a post the other day about somebody had got an old house. They put in double glazing, but because it had wreckers on there before, and I'm talking about the bars on the windows. I mean, here it's a bit of more of a decoration and keeping the burglars out. But apparently, if you remove them on some of the house contents insurance, you're not covered, even if you got double glazing, which is a little bit bizarre, really, isn't it? Because double glazing is a better safety thing. But I did see a post the other day. Now, obviously, that will still depend on which region you are, but I don't know where that come from. But I saw it on Facebook, and I thought that was worth mentioning. But I don't know anybody really insulating, on about. I do know a couple of people that have done it, paid out a huge amount of money. They put that polystyrene stuff on and then they got another coating over it. But I don't know anybody personally. And I've never seen anything on the internet, Facebook or something like that does that. Obviously, you can have solar panels on your roof. But that doesn't really give you insulation, so it gives you free heating, I suppose, and aircon and that. But good question. I think that was because I think he's jumped. Was that Andrew? Yeah, that was Andrew. Well done, Andrew. Right. You're absolutely allowed to change your tyre on the hard shoulder or side of the road in Spain, but you're not allowed to repair your car there. Okay. So, from Yabis, you can. So, Steve, when you break down, don't blame me. But yeah, I mean, it's not that difficult repairing a tire. But anyway, Yabis has made it quite clear you can do it. So that's fine by me. Thomas, and it's new GPS flash. Yes, right. Yeah. As Thomas just mentioned there. Can I get that up? Yeah. That's it. Now they bought out this flashing beacon thing that you can stick on your car. It's got like a magnet thing. Now, when they first come up with this idea a couple of years back, we bought it straight away. And then they said the Euro people said, oh, it's got to have GPS built in it. So the thing that we bought was completely useless because it's just a flashing light. And now, you have to have a GPS thing built in it. I think they're about, I don't know, €30. I think Lidl's were doing them cheap the other week. What it didn't say is how long the battery lasts for. But yeah, that's the. I don't know if that's going on in the UK. I don't know if that's a thing. I mean, I've seen plenty of cars still using the old triangles still. So we got one here from Kev. My bell end stepson. Hey, I read that. See, I read that well, didn't I? Ran out of fuel today on the AP7 coming back from Cartagena. We had to go out with a bag. Yes, a bag of fuel for him, his missus, and 3 cooking kids. A bag. Obviously, it must be a waterproof bag, Kev. That's a new one, isn't it? God, yeah, but that must have been hell breaking down in the daytime, when it's well over 30, with a couple of kids getting a bit fed up and calling him a bit of a knobhead. Okay, there's one here for Steve. Thought the new beacon thingy only comes in January 26th. Yeah, I think you're right there, Steve. I don't think. I mean, they want you to get it now, obviously, but yeah, it probably comes in force 26. Even though I did hear about the police are not particularly happy with it, because lots of people bought all the other stuff, the high vis. Say nothing about the high vis, but you're supposed to have high vis on you. Yeah, the triangles and all the other stuff in it, and then they go and change it to this GPS thing, which I suppose is a good idea, especially if you've broken down in the middle of nowhere. But then will that work? I don't know. James, right, let's have a look. Look at that. Any family day out recommendations? We're at the Condado for a month. Right, James. Good one, that. If you check out my Expat Mazaron, which is this one, obviously, and you check out my playlist and go into my playlist, hopefully you're a subscriber. And if you go into the playlist, I've got 2 lots in there, one about exploring Murcia and the other one's about exploring Spain. And there's loads of places to go. Like this place here in Spain has got loads. I mean, you got the road, you got the Cartagena guns up on the hill. Kids will love that. Go out exploring underneath the guns. You got down to a Gillis. You got the old metal pier underneath that. You got the tunnels you can go into. What else? Cartagena. You got the Roman amphitheater. Anyway, check out. I've got loads of videos there. If you just want to go out for a walk or mini Hollywood, go out for a country and western day trip. Yeah, loads of stuff. Watch them all, James. Right. Yeah, Susan said, a bag. Yeah, I know. It's a bit. Oh, here, Kev's here. Right, he's on about. We're planning to do double glazing and ceiling insulation as a part of upgrading this place. Maybe next year. We won't be doing the walls. Now, they are talking about insulation. I did a thing a couple of weeks ago about, I think it's in a couple of years' time. You've got this energy performance certificate thing that when you flog your house, you've got a grading from A to G or whatever. And most properties here in Spain are probably right on the bottom line. But obviously, if you put in LED lights and aircon, solar panels, then you wax you up the stage, isn't it? I've never seen yet in Spain a double A grading. I've seen some about C grading. You find even these new places they're building, these prefabs they're building now, they're still A, B, C, D. Yeah, D. Still a D rating. So yeah, obviously putting in things like that will push up your grading when you come to flog it, because now that's the law. Now you've got to have this energy performance certificate thing for your house. So yeah, so I suppose maybe there will be a lot more businesses offering double glazing and insulating stuff. James, Murcia Water Park and Zoo. Yes, see, there's loads. And also, just to flog it a bit, the tequila to tequila ticket thing, which they got a place on. They got an office on the Condado in the main square. They do bus trips or coach trips to these sort of places, to the zoo, to the water park, and I think during the summer month of obviously August, they'll be doing bus coach trips down to the port on a Friday and Saturday, I believe. So you won't get bored. There's loads of stuff to do. Crazy golf. If you want to go jumping out of planes, you can do that nearby at Toltana. Got it all. Right. So I've got another one here. It's just look at checking the time because sometimes. Oh, Frank's time. Well, okay, we've got that now. Susan, I went to the garage to get a can and 5 litres. They don't do cans, just fancy plastic bags. God, I bet he was glad nobody was ran having a fag at the time, Kev. Right. Well done, James. I knew he was a subscriber. I was just checking, see. See, that's a good recommendation there, Thomas. Yeah, bruised blocks with plaster on it. That will keep out the heat, will it? I'll tell you what, the past couple of weeks, God, it's been hot. You can feel the heat on the walls in the inside. Funny, sometimes it was cooler outside the property than it was inside. But anyway, we've done that. So what have I got to now? Oh yeah, going back to Steve's question about the tyre. What I try and do now with the questions, I just go on the internet and see what they come up with. Right, here it is. Going back to what Steve was saying about changing your tyre in the road. In Spain, while it's not explicitly illegal to change a flat tyre yourself on the side of the road, it's strongly discouraged and often mandatory to call for assistance, especially, obviously on a motorway, you'd be stupid to change a tyre. I mean, that's pretty obvious, isn't it? And obviously, even on a hard shoulder, it's prohibited. And I mean, as Yabaz has said, you can do it. Obviously, they don't want to let you do it because some people just can't be so patient just to drive around you. But yeah, on a motorway, obviously, you would not even want to be near the car, get over the other side of the barrier. So we've done that now. And we're back to normal. Right. Kevin's saying his car stunk a little bit. Hope you didn't keep the bags, Kev. Hope you threw the bags away. Oh, obviously you didn't throw the bags away. You took them home and put them in the bin. Normal UK weather now. Mixed, says Susan. I did hear that the weather in the UK is a little bit wet and a little bit cool, I hear. But then we're coming into August soon, so no doubt you get another heat wave coming soon. Look, Steve has said UK motorways are M's, Spanish are generally A's, but why do they have another number with them like A1, E5 or A3, the E901 or A7 or the E15? What is the E all about? So, Steve, yet again, I looked on the internet because I got a clue. Well, that's what, I don't know what the E's are about. Anyway, the E number on the Spanish and other European roads, because obviously that's one thing I did notice, that all the motorways are all the same, apparently, in Europe, believe it or not. Like A1 or E5 indicates that the road is part of the European route numbering system. So there you are. So you could probably, if he was on the A7, you could probably throw, or the E15, I should say, go right through to maybe France and Germany. So I didn't know that. So the European route numbering system. This system assigns E numbers to major international highways across Europe, regardless of whether they are designated as motorways, M in the UK, or AP in Spain. So that's what you're going to see. You're going to see a lot of APs and other types of roads. A in Spain. Now national road numbers. Did you know that? Spain uses A for dual carriageway roads and AP for toll motorways. So you learnt something there, because I definitely have. Right, so we got 32 in the house. It's 10:30 already. No letter in, Sean. We brought it home. See, I knew you was a good man, even though it must have stunk of diesel or petrol in the car, even though it's probably put in the boot. And hope you didn't put it into the green waste area, Kev. As we know, over the past couple of weeks, there's been numerous fires on Camposol. Anyway, I'll do one more question before I go and pick the. I'll do one more question before I pick the free sticker Sunday sticker. And I don't know what I'm doing over there for. There it is. Right, so this one's from Gavin. Looks like there's been some cars scouting for possible villa. Oh, right. So this one is from Gavin. He is obviously on Camposol, because I saw this post. Looks like there's been some cars scouting for possible villas for squatters, mentioned on Facebook. Have you heard much, or is it quite a frequent thing? Well, unfortunately, it's I can't even say that word. Frequent. It's a frequent thing. Yeah, the squatters never go away. They move about. I wouldn't say it's, what's the word for it? There are squatters on campus, so there's no denying that. I wouldn't say every street's got a problem with squatters. They're dotted about, and most of the squatters that I've seen, we got squatters across the road. They've been here 2 years now. They've been no bother to us. They got a little girl, and they keep themselves to themselves. And I know the guy and the woman work as well. But some squatters, can be a pain in the arse. We had some across the other side of the road a couple of years ago. They were what I class as proper gypsy squatters. They had all their mates coming in at the weekends, partying. And they must have upset another lot of squatters because they set their car alight. Anyway, thankfully, they were moved on in the end. But going on to that, right, I've written this down before I say any more. Right, there is a security group on Camposol. I think it's called this Camposol Security Group. Obviously, you have to live here to be part of it, and obviously, you get warnings. It's usually just from the people that live on campus, so you don't get nothing from the police. You don't get no police update, which would be great, really, if the police did. I don't know, but like a neighbourhood watch thing. They don't seem to do it here on campus. So I know in some places. I was on a golf resort not too far away from here, and they had like a neighbourhood watch thing, which I thought was brilliant. And obviously would imagine that the police are involved with that. But here, nothing. I mean, we get a police presence. They do check cars and things like that. So what have I put on there? Oh, yeah. So, and obviously you get people walking about looking a bit suspicious. Now, sometimes, obviously, they could just be walking about. You can't say everybody's walking about looking suspicious. But what I would say is, people, they're not how to do it here in Spain, but people will put like leaflets in your gate. But obviously, if you live there, the leaflet will be gone. So that's one sign for them. I do hear they mark the pavement sometimes. So it's always obviously keeping an eye out for people, obviously holiday home owners. Now, holiday owners should have some sort of property maintenance people looking after their property, but if they're not, they've probably got neighbours. Neighbours will keep an eye on it, because if squatters do break in, you've got 48 hours to get them out, and it's up to the owner, not the neighbours. I mean, the neighbours, we've done it. We've contacted the police. They come out. They won't do nothing. They're not even allowed, even though the squatters have broken in, they put a chain on the gate, they're not allowed to even enter it. it's up to the owner to inform the police that their place has been broken to, and then they can do something. And if you do it straight away within the 48 hours, you can usually get them out. But after that, it then becomes going to the court. But it's got to be the owner. Now, these squatters not stupid. They usually go for ones that they know are not even owned by anybody, probably owned by the bank, and the banks don't give a damn. They just there's one down the road that's up for sale on there. I'll put it on one of my updates on Camposol. It still hasn't been sold yet, but it's a possibility the squatters could go back into it, and I think that's what puts people off sometimes. So, shall we get on with picking tonight's winner, the free sticker Sunday winner? So I'll just put that there before the wind blows it away, because I've got my fan going on above my head. So here we go. I've got Yogi's lucky hats. I've got the sticker. I'll just show you, just to make sure you don't think I've just got one person in there. They're all in there. I'll just give it a good old jiggle about. Make sure I don't get too much, or else the bloody fan will whip them off. So, right, what I've got to do now, I've got to go over to my drum snare, and I've got to put it there. So here we go. Plucking it away. I've got one. Okay, I've got one. Now, always try and face it to the camera first. I think I've got it upside down, haven't I? I have. I can see somebody's name there. I can see Scott, I think, but I've got my hat. I've got me. God, right. I'll tell you what. Let's have a look, because that's not me. Oh, I got Brit Mod Scott. Now I think he's on tonight. I'll just put it up again. So there we are. There it is, so you can see it going across the screen there. Brit Mod Scott. I think he's on tonight. As of course, he could be a lady, couldn't he? I don't know. So Brit Mod Scott, you've won tonight's, today's free sticker Sunday. All I need is your real name, because I can't put down Brit Mod Scott, and I obviously need also your home address. And most people contact me on my Instagram account, which is obviously Expat Mazaron. You can obviously message me. Don't put it on here, because you get inundated with spam stuff. Or you can, I thought it on YouTube, it used to be called the About page. It's on the last page. I'm sure it's called the About page. People say they can't find it. But at the bottom there is my email. But most people will get me on my Instagram account and just send me your name and address. And it will be in a post probably by tomorrow. So, Brit Mod Scott. That's what I got. So well done, Brit Mod Scott. I'll just go back to the comments. Right. I did see one from Yabas there about the storm. Got this thing. Right. We had street lightning storm with torrential heavy rain at Torrevieja a couple of nights ago. It was raining elephants. Was it? Now, I did know, just up the road from us in Toltana, they had, God, God, I've got to think of my head now. You know, that it looked like snow, but it wasn't snow. It was hailstones. That's it. It was hailstone. But it was really thick. I don't think any cars got damaged, but yeah, hailstones. All right, I've got another one here. Good, no litter. We collect plastic when on the beach. Well done. Local radio promoted it years ago to keep the beaches sea plastic free. Well done, Thomas. Right, I've got it is downstairs in the garden losing its fumes. All right, I remember the squatters. Yes, that's right. I think the person who owns it now is oh God, I forget her name now. The young lady that does all the paperwork for us usually, or getting us into the medical centre. Oh, I can't think of her name now. Anyway, So good luck. Oh yeah, there's we've done that bit then because I've done it now, no, and it's already 22. I just can't get this right. Here we go. Here it is. Hi Sean, I have my NIE live in Scotland. I'm visiting Murcia area in September with my daughter. Do you know what documents will she need to bring to get her NIE? Okay, so for the NIE, it's pretty easy. You just go to apparently you can do it online, but yeah, it's usually best to see one of these solicitors, and all you need is your passport, and that's about it, really, as far as I know. Your passport's your main ID. There's obviously going to be a small fee to it, but it is a pretty quick process. Yeah, no doubt somebody's going to say something else in a minute, but as far as I know, that's what we did 10 years ago. We just got a solicitor that was dealing with our sale. Now you can pop into any solicitors to get an NIE, but like I said, you can do it online now apparently, but you just got to show your passport. Obviously, I would imagine another thing is if you're just visiting, that's no problem. But if you're actually living there, they're going to need your home address, obviously. But if you're just passing through and you need an NIE, because the NIE is the very first thing you need here in Spain. It's like your tax ID. And then you get on with the other processes of Padron and all the other stuff. Right. What's that about? Good luck, Des. Oh, yeah, you didn't get it, Des, did you? As they say, or as I say, better luck next time. I don't even think you was on today, was you? Yeah, and the winner is Scott. Well done. He's on here. Well done. Yeah, I thought I saw you on here. Well done. Not a lady. Oh, not a lady tonight. Okay. Yeah, right. I think everybody's congratulating you now, Scott. All right. Been up since night. Have you been up that early, Des? Even I went up that early. I got up at 7 this morning to take Bonnie out. Thanks for your advice. Right, top man, says George. No problem. So we're back catching up. We got 24 in the house. So it's dropped down a bit. Right, what have we got to? Oh yeah, and we got Yogi. Got a question from Yogi. So now you did ask this a few weeks ago, but obviously since then you've obviously heard something. We are hearing in the local media the ETIAS system is coming online in October. What has the Spanish media said about this? So Yogi, yet again, I went onto the internet, put it in. Pretty good information, this one. Right, so the ETIAS, the European Travel Information and Authorization System, God, it's a mouthful, isn't it? Is not coming online in October. Funny enough, the launch date has now been delayed to the last quarter. Last quarter. So which means another year, Yogi, of 2026. The Spanish media has reported on its delay, clarifying that the ETIAS will be operational after the EES, which is the entry and exit system, begins once operational. Citizens from visa-exempt countries will need to apply for the ETIAS travel authorization. Now, I'm not too sure, God, with all these blooming abbreviations. Now, am I right in thinking the new entry exit system, is this the one where you've got to pay, or do you have to pay? I believe, yeah, sorry, I forget that. So this ETIAS thing, you're going to have to pay for it, guys. It's a visa thing, isn't it? I think it lasts for about 2 years. And I did see another comment about this saying that the price has gone up. I think it was going to be like €7. they said it could be, because obviously it's not coming into next year now, next October, it could be much as €20. That's a person, which is a lot of money, isn't it? But that's nothing to do with Spain, that's to do with the EU. So I had to have a drink then, guys. My throat was getting a bit dry then. Right. Katie's in the house. Well done. Right. I'll just get this one up. Get your daughter's NIE at the Spanish consulate in Edinburgh, George. In Spain, you need an online appointment, and that can take a couple of months. Okay, because I know this is one of the things I've been hearing lately. When we used to go and apply for these things years ago, I could go down to the town hall, go in there. Sometimes they even go up to the security guy. If I wanted a patron, I'm on about, and give them the €2, and I've got a patron done. Now you have to book it online. You've got to book an appointment. Even now, we've got a place on Camposol. I think it's open twice a week. You have to book an appointment. Even though you could just go in the office and it's a piece of paper, you've got to book an appointment. And it's not like, oh yeah, you can have it in the next hour. It's next week. It just, I don't know what's going on lately, but they're just making things more and more slower at the moment. And I heard this has also been going on with when people are reapplying for their non-lucrative visa. They've done their first year or so, and some people are on their last year, and for some reason, because obviously now in Spain it's holiday mode, well, nothing will get done until about September. Bit of a pain, isn't it? Right, so I can see another question now. Thanks, Chavez. That's where I got mine. We'll see if we can get an appointment before we head over to Spain. Carol's in the house. Well done. So all back to normal. We've still got 24 in the house. So that must mean, because I can't see what the likes are on this bit of software, I can only see obviously the comments. And I'm just going to have a quick look, guys, because I think Yogi has just sent me a photograph of. Right, can I make that bigger? So Yogi, I don't know if you can see that, because I know on the screen it's probably going to blur it out. But Yogi's got the Expat and Mazaron subscriber T-shirt. I'll put it up later, probably not tonight, because it's a bit late for me. Hey, looking very smart, Yogi. Right, Susan said, so I got 31 likes. Oh, that's good. That's good. It's good to hear that. Right. So we're all back to normal. Got another question here from Yogi. Okay, this one's a good one. How does the bin collection system work in Spain? Is it similar to the UK, i.e. bin trucks come around on particular days of the week? Well, from what I hear, in some places in the UK, they're not even doing that, are they? For some reason. So, obviously, here in Spain, the bin collection thing is a little bit different. I know when we first arrived here in Spain, at first I was a bit of a moaner. I was a bit of a moaner, and because the bins are out in the street. They usually dotted around each street, depending on how big the community is. And there'd be like bins. I don't know. Sometimes you get one bin, and I'm talking about big bins, wheelie bins, I should say, with wheels on them. Sometimes you got 3 or 4 together. Some have got like recyclable, so you got cardboard and bottles and those sort of things. Now we're pretty lucky, I think, because I know in some parts of Spain, some of the bins are not being emptied properly, and these are places where they're paying a communal fee. But here we're lucky. Well, on A, that's all I can say because I live on A. I don't know about the other sectors, but as far as I know, we get ours done 3 times a week, usually in the middle of the night or early morning. I mean, some those guys that even on a Sunday night they come out and do the bins. They do a fantastic job, really, and they do come around hosing them down as well, give them a good clean out. And obviously, some people will chuck their rubbish there. I'm talking about sofas and that, because there was a thing here on Camposol where I think at the beginning of the month, end of the month, you could bung out all your furniture, leave it by the bins, and it get picked up. Whereas now the council's told us you got to ring up the number, and you got to speak Spanish. Made that quite clear. Now I did a video the other day, update for Camposol June and July, and I went down to the Eco Park, which is not far away from Camposol, and they take all your furniture stuff. And I had a mattress that we didn't need anymore, chucked it in the car, went down there, young lad, ever so helpful, let me put it on loads of them. I couldn't believe how much stuff's down there. I'm not sure, looking at it, the way it's all been laid out, I'm so sure you could go down and buy some stuff, but I didn't ask that. I just got rid of my thing. I had to show my TIE card. Obviously, they want to take your address, make sure you are from Camposol, and your phone number if you got one. Yeah, I was quite happy with it, and I think they're open Monday to Saturday. Obviously, in the mornings, best time to go. Yeah, I thought it was a brilliant service. I'm just checking the time, so it's coming on a bit. Well, I'll just check through the comments because I can see some jabbering going on at the moment. Bloody autocorrect. Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know what it is lately, but I find now when you're typing stuff now, all got 33 now. There's Tom. Well done. Yeah, sometimes you're typing away. I mean, I don't tend to look at it too much, and it comes up with some right rubbish, doesn't it? On Camposol, the bottle bins is the most popular. Yeah, isn't it? I can't believe those bottle bins. I think he comes twice a week, emptying out all the bottles. But then I live near the bar, so I suppose that's probably why. Yeah, 3 times a week yoga. I can remember in the UK where we lived, I think they'd come around every 2 weeks, didn't they? And you had those squatty bins. And I forgot to mention there, but I know in some areas of Murcia, and I no doubt any other parts of Spain, some places have to pay extra for the rubbish. Now we don't. As far as I know, we don't pay any extra on my IBI, or some people say they add it to your water rates. But here we don't. But I know in other parts, I'm not 100% on this, but I think along the Torrevieja coast, some of those guys, Ollie Welly as I call it, have to pay an extra. Now, hopefully, Yabas will say, no, they don't. Right, I think he's just saying that. Oh, same as Turkey, somewhere nearby on the street. I was seeing a report about Turkey the other day. They seem that their inflation is going up and up, which did surprise me because I always thought Turkey was a good place to live cheaply. Check out 80s Diet Coke advert. What's that about? Well, I missed something there. Anyway, ours is only once a week. They rotate between recycling. Oh, yeah. That's what we had, wasn't it? I think we had like 4 bins. One bin was the one 2 weeks, and then we had a basket that we could put in tins or something, and then we had a food waste bin, and also we had the green waste where we did have to pay an extra fee for that in the UK. Right, yeah, here it is. Right, in Torrevieja we pay 55 every 6 months for the bin. See, now we don't do that, but I know in some areas they have to pay for it. I mean, it's still not a lot of money, is it? Really, €55. But then saying that, every little bit you got helps, doesn't it? Because us pensioners don't get anything extra. They don't get no help from anybody. Right, so I've got 5 minutes left. I've got no other questions there at the moment. Right. What's that? I just seen this one from Thomas. Right, in Turkey, €1 converts to 28 million Turkish. It's a lot. That sounds a lot, doesn't it? Right, now another one. I just saw this one from an Ollie. I call it Ollie Wally. It's €100 every 6 months. So yeah, see that's the difference, isn't it? So this is something else, guys. And when you're thinking about buying a property, please check out what else extras you got to pay. And this is where I always say about put it down in your list when you're going to speak to the estate agent and ask those sort of questions. Joking. Okay, let's see if I can get one more question in. And if I do, then I've finished, I think. Oh, no, I haven't. No, I haven't. But I'll get this last question in. Right, Susan's asking, are you going away for August? No. Now, the wife was saying, I think back in May, she was on about going over to sunny Wales for a month because of the heat. But we've decided not to now. But thank you for asking. And as Life in Backshort says, it's still nowhere expensive. Very true. I mean, I was going to do a video today on my retiring to Spain about we're paying a lot more now, but then our lifestyle has changed a bit. What on about? We got 2 cars, we got the swimming pool, we go out a lot, we go out eating. So our lifestyle has changed quite a bit since we first moved here. I think what it is, we settled in now, but we are paying a lot more out. But yeah, it's still cheaper than the UK. I think the biggest thing that always frightened me was the council tax. Every year it was going up, and then you've got the electric. Anyway, don't want to talk about that. I was going to do another question, but I thought we got 3 minutes to. So Yabbers is saying it's 50 lira. He was joking, but I know it's 50 lira to the pound now, not millions. But it could be, can it? But yeah, I did hear that the what do you call it? The the cost of living has gone up for some reason. I don't know what it is. I'm not great into the politics side of it. So I think this is a good time to finish now, guys. I'm just going to mark that question. So I'll do that question next week, Yogi. Thank you very much. Right, hang on. I'm just going to mark that down. Okay, yeah. But still slightly cheaper than Spain. Well, that's good to know then. Thanks for good night. Send you an Instagram. Oh, well done, because you're top man. Because Brit Mod Scott has won the free sticker Sunday. Don't forget, next Sunday it'll be the magnets. Adios, amigos. Yep, I'll catch you this time next Sunday. The weather will still be sunny. That's the main thing. Anyway, thank you much for popping in, guys. Most appreciated as always. And I'll catch you next week. Adios, amigos.